What up, everybody? Welcome to the You Gonna Eat That Crust podcast, Stuffed Crust edition. I'm your host with the most of the ones and toes, Ryan Wilson. And with me tonight, not 1G, but 2Gs. 2Gs. Greggy 2Gs. Greggy, what's up, baby?
Did you say on the ones and toes?
I did, yeah.
What, did you say that on purpose?
Doesn't matter.
It was awesome. It did sound dope.
Keep
like
it.
I'm on the ones and I'm on my toes. What? Yeah, I'm doing great. It's a Wednesday afternoon. I get out early on Wednesdays now, and I'm loving it.
Well, ever since I dropped my kid off at college, I don't have to drive to work and pick him up after I get home from work.
That's amazing.
Tell me about it.
Now you can play that really shitty Star Wars game I bought.
Did you buy it? My kid's been asking me if you bought it.
I definitely did not buy the $110 version of it.
He's like, Dad, did Uncle Greg buy Star Wars Outlaws?
Yeah, Seamus is like, I wish I was game sharing with you. It's like, you're a game mine. I was like, that's right. I am. Am I wasting all my money? Yeah, probably.
Think what you're doing for the little people, the poor people like me.
It's the reason why I'm doing it for your family. You know, I'm not a family man, but I'm trying to be. You know,
you're giving back to the community.
Yes.
I love that. Love that.
Stuffing it back in. Crust, of course.
Yeah, so pretty big week for me last week, obviously, Greg. I kicked my kid out of his room because he had 5 days left. I made him sleep in the RV outside. Fucking patched up about 150 holes in the wall, tore out some rugs, painted, put up some wallpaper. Shit looks fresh as fuck now.
No, what's up with these holes in the walls? Why are there holes in the walls? Are you angry punching
like,
for video games or
and like kicking, punching, throwing shit through it? You know, he had some anger issues when he was younger, but he worked through them with the power of theater and dance.
Yes, you know,
he had to find himself.
Yeah,
and finding himself included putting about 5 human-sized holes in my wall.
Hey, you know, whatever you gotta do. You gotta break on through the other side, and maybe that, you know, the wall was a metaphorical break, and he's just smashing it through. And now he's out.
So he's gone, yeah. And I replaced him with a brand new couch.
Nice.
Okay, I call it my forever couch.
I was gonna say, what's his name?
What's
their name?
It's my forever couch. We dropped our kid off at dance the other night, and we went and sat on about, I don't know, 60 couches probably. Her class was an hour and 45 minutes long. We were gone the entire duration, just sitting on couches.
Now, on a scale of 1 to 10 in JD Vance, how bad did you really want to fuck that couch? Come on now.
I give this couch 8 out of 8 crusts.
Oh shit, son!
And sometimes you got to eat that crust.
JD Vance is eating that crust.
He is.
Right out of the couch.
Yeah, so he's gone. The stars aligned last Saturday, and we had a food truck gig at a dispensary. They paid us money right off the top, $300, and then I made another like 2. So feeling pretty good about that. Then the real kicker was I got tipped 8 pre-rolls throughout the day. So
Nice.
Putting that towards my profit too. That's like, I don't know, $80 maybe. Whatever kids are paying for pre-rolls.
I don't want to talk shit about that dispensary because that guy, before all dispensaries started popping off, the original owner of that store, who's been like fired and outed, that guy was like the biggest fucking condescending prick ever. Like, he sucked. So I wanted his business to fail.
I got these pre-rolls straight from the people who made them. There was Zero Gravity Cannabis.
Zero Gravity is reputable.
And something Stash.
I'm trying to think. There's so many goddamn dispensaries.
The King Stash.
The King Stash. I don't know.
They had a chocolate dip banana pre-roll that was real fucking good.
So what you're saying is you're cheating on me.
It was free, Greg. Anyways, yeah, so stars aligned. I did that. I went bowling with my buddy Chris and the wife. I fucking scored a hella strikes, which I've never really gotten strikes before. But I got like a half dozen this game. Then the stars aligned even more, and I ended up at your gig. So that was fun, you know.
It was
Obviously,
fun.
I'm a legend. whenever I come rolling through.
You get to see the follicles in the wild and not in your bar setting, like an actual performance. And you crushed it. My band said that you bring the energy.
Not bad for a fat guy. And someone told me to give you kudos on your Lizzo cover.
Oh, sweet. Like a real kudos bar? Like the old ones?
I wish, bro. I wish.
I'd have a Snickers or an M&M's one. Whatever. Or the variety pack.
Yeah, I think about kudos all the time.
Yeah.
You always had them at your house. You're a kudos kid for sure.
For sure. Well, I appreciate the Lizzo comment because nobody covers Lizzo, and we try to kind of joke with it, but it usually gets the people going. People like that.
Yeah. It's fun, especially that one guy loved it.
Yeah.
Voices from the Mausoleum is your one-stop shop for everything horror. Join hosts Scott and Angel as they deep dive into all things horror. From movies, TV shows, books, and video games. Nobody is safe. Batten down the hatches, lock your doors, and listen to Voices from the Mausoleum, another podcast brought to you by the You Run Podcast Network.
The guy with all the pointing dance moves.
Oh my god.
He liked to point at shit.
He's very threatening. That's the like when you play bands and you deal with drunk people, like you see the most interesting people ever. Like these guys are all drinking Dos Equis. You better believe it.
The wife pointed out that guy was wearing the same shoes that I bought my kid that day. She's like, we just bought Gabriel those shoes today.
Holy shit, the stars are aligning. The shoes are aligning.
Yeah, I watched a great movie when I got home, too. I think it was called Incoming. It was on Netflix. It was a comedy. So much poop in it. It was great.
Poop is good. And as Danny DeVito said, poop is funny.
It's always funny. Always. If it wasn't...
It's always funny in Philadelphia.
If it wasn't funny, we wouldn't have this podcast.
That's true.
It would have been taken away from us.
Yeah, from too much poop.
Yeah. .com.
Yes.
Too much. All right. So, Greg, anyway, we got together for a very specific purpose, which we planned in a way in advance. So,
this is years of planning. I think this is what the podcast was built around.
Yeah. So, why don't you tell the good people what it is we're going to talk about tonight?
I mean, I don't have a amazing intro like our boy Seamus, but we are talking about our favorite TV dramas of all time. I mean, there are so many of them. I'm sure I'm going to forget some of them. When I was compiling my list, I was like, oh yeah, this. Oh yeah, that. So if you guys have any ones you want to send us and we can talk about it, never. Do that.
We can do an expanded episode with Seamus one day. You never know.
That's true. Yeah. So send us in your favorite TV dramas, and maybe some of yours will line up with ours. And if you want to critique ours and say that show sucks, I hate it, then go fuck yourself. We don't want to hear about it.
Yeah. It's obviously objectively good if we're talking about it.
Yeah, obviously. I only have the best taste.
It's exquisite.
The best.
The
best, Jerry. The best.
All right, so I'll kick it off, Greg. What the fuck, you know?
Mm-hmm.
My number 5 pick for greatest drama television of all time has to go to Justified.
Oh, you know what? That is Justified.
I mean, it was just such a good show. Walton Goggins, obviously, I think, stole the show. He was absolutely amazing in it.
Who's Walton Goggins? I know the Googs, but I don't know Walton Goggins.
Oh, did I say Goggins?
Walton Goggins.
Is it Goog? It's not Googans, is it?
No. Well, the whole joke was that I used to always tell I used to love him back in the Shield, and I thought his name was Googans, so we used to call him the Googs. So now we just call him the Googs, even though it's Goggins. So inside joke for all your listeners.
I'm going to delete all that anyway.
Excellent.
Yeah, so Walton Goggins crushed it as Boyd Crowder.
Oh, you mean the Googs?
The Googs. Timothy Olyphant, obviously, maybe one of my favorite TV actors ever. I
He
mean,
kind of plays the same. I mean, I guess so doesn't Walton Goggins as well. I mean, the Googs.
is the role smarmy? I feel like smarmy is the appropriate word.
But it's great. I love Timothy Olyphant. Like I love him in everything he's done. I love The Crazies. The Crazies is fantastic.
Great movie, yeah.
Yep. But I
think he's
love
like
everything.
He's the upgraded version of Joel McHale, I think. You know.
Now, has the new version of Justified came out yet?
Yeah.
Okay.
I've watched some of it. I mean,
Okay.
you know, a lot of TV shows. I'm sure I'll get back to it.
Maybe
but
that's what I'll get into because
it was just as good as anything else. You know, Justified related.
It really took off, honestly, because it kind of started off as like almost like a CSI. No, I don't mean like quality of the show, but just the way they're kind of like all over the place and different characters. They didn't really have like a storyline other than that he shot somebody and it was justified and he was sent back to his redneck. But the arc of the story got better as the show got better. Season 2 is like my favorite season. I fucking love that season.
Yeah.
Because it's got my boy Jeremy Davies who won an Emmy for that, actually. Now, Rylan.
Yeah, that was just an amazing cast. I mean, it didn't. I don't think it degraded in quality through its whole run.
No,
just a great show.
It got better, yeah.
Yeah, I loved it.
Mm.
Justified. Watch it.
Yeah.
Don't be a dick. All right, Greg, why don't you give us your number 5?
This show is the greatest acted show of all time, at least season 1, and I'm going with True Detective. Woody Harrelson, Matthew McConaughey. All right. I liked all the seasons, but season 1 is just. I don't know how they were ever going to replicate that. They basically shot themselves in the foot, like making season 1 because it's the greatest fucking shit ever. And then they were like, yeah, people hate on season 2. I really enjoyed season 2. I thought everybody did a great job.
I like Vince Vaughn and everything. So.
Same. That Taylor Kish was great. What's her name? Space on her name right now. Mean Girls. Notebook.
Just keep going, Greg.
Yeah, she was fantastic in it. Season 4 was excellent, but again, season 1, I don't think they could ever replicate that again. It was just great drama. I think that's Matthew McConaughey at his best, and that's saying something.
Yeah, I agree.
Russ Cole.
I detested the latest season.
Really?
Yeah, the end didn't do anything for me. It just made me mad.
Yeah.
I don't know. I mean, it was. I feel like there was a lot of holes left in the plot, and the acting was decent in it. I mean, I kind of liked it, but overall, again, like you said though, like they were saying the best season since season 1, and that got me hyped. But then season 1 is like almost perfect, so
maybe the best beginning since season 1 because the way that season 4 started off was insane. And you're like, holy fuck!
The corpses all frozen together and shit was dope.
Yeah, I actually already just forgot what happened at the end. I'm like trying to think of like what caused that. It was something stupid, I believe.
Yeah, that's why it let me down. The whole explanation.
Yeah, it was still good. I liked it. It was probably the better season. Season 3 was great. Season 2 was good too. They were all good, but season 1 was just fantastic. If you haven't seen True Detective season 1, I don't know what you're doing with yourself.
Yeah, I mean, the end of that was so tense and like, I don't know, the occult over vibes of the whole thing was fucking dope, and it was like a big mystery to be solved. It was great. Yeah,
Alaska's wild in general, you know? Yeah. It's just crazy.
Yeah.
So that was my number 5.
All right, we're going to go to my number 4 then. And it's going to have to be Deadwood.
Nice.
Another Timothy Olyphant joint.
Yeah.
But I don't it's not the reason for me liking that show so much wasn't Timothy Olyphant. It was obviously fucking
Swearinger.
Al Swearinger, dude.
Yeah. I mean, it's a great cast anyway without Timothy Olyphant, you know, so
we're talking Ian McShane.
Ian McShane, yeah.
As Al Swearinger. I mean, he took cussing to a whole new level. I mean, it was beautiful. And the scene where he had the giant rod stuffed in his weenus was fucking some of the most brutal television I've ever watched in my life.
I just cracked my knuckles when you were just saying that. It brought back some memories.
Yeah, it was a toss up on this one and Sopranos for me. Um, but ultimately, I like the setting of Deadwood, and I like the time period. I think it's interesting, so that's why I went Deadwood.
Well, we might talk about that other one down the list.
Hmm.
Teaser.
Okay.
Yeah. Well, my number 4 is based off a movie. They have multiple seasons. Again, season 2 is my favorite, and we're talking about
Well, what are you talking about there, Greg? Huh?
Talking about Fargo, eh? Oh yeah, Fargo.
Fargo, watched season 1, loved it. Made it halfway through season 2, kind of went off my radar.
What? Season 2 is the best season they have. Season 2 is amazing. You need to go back and watch season 2.
Noted.
It's got the Native American dude from Westworld, and he's the fucking man. That whole like crime syndicate family is awesome. It actually gives me season 2 vibes of Justified because it's got the crime syndicate family. It's just great. I love season 2 Fargo. What's his name? Oh goddamn. I gotta do some research now.
Billy Bob Thornton.
No, well, Billy Bob's great in season 1. Oh, I did love the Russian David Thewlis, the guy who plays he's in Harry Potter as the werewolf.
Oh yeah, right on.
That guy's great, but he's not the guy I'm thinking about. I'm thinking about Bokeem Woodbine. Ha! And I didn't even find him. I just thought of that. Bokeem Woodbine is fucking amazing in that movie from Life fame. Can't get right. He can't get right in life.
Okay, nice.
He just can't get right.
All right,
yeah, he was fantastic. He's got the two twins working for him. But yeah, those guys are great. I know Fargo's silly. It's just a good mix of drama and comedy, much like the movie. I actually like the show better than the movie, which is saying something because the movie is excellent. It's an amazing movie.
It's the main reason I bought a wood chipper.
Top-notch actor William H. Macy could be the best actor ever.
No. You can't dial back on your William H. Macy comment.
I'm trying to cover it up. I mean, there's Daniel Day-Lewis and then there's William H. Macy. Fight me.
All right, so Fargo.
Yeah.
All right, well, let's see where we're at. Number 3 now. All right.
Utah. Give me 3.
Number 3 for me is Dexter.
Hell yeah, that almost made my list, but that we're talking about falling off. That fucking fell way off for me.
Oh yeah, and then the reboot season that came out didn't help, but also
it did help a little bit.
Back on everyone's radar is 2 new Dexter series just announced.
Like, why? We don't need that. Like, why?
We don't. I don't know if it's going to be like a reboot, because they said it's going to take place in these modern times that we're in. So Dexter with a cell phone, I guess, VR goggles.
Well,
I don't know exactly.
Isn't it going to follow like a different killer and like Michael C. Hall's just like in his head or something like that?
I have no idea, honestly.
And Season 1, great. Season 2, great. Season 3, good. Season 4, one of the best. And then after that, it just fell off. I actually do think the new season saved a little bit of face. What's his name? Clancy Brown was fucking nuts.
Yeah. Oh yeah, dude.
He was awesome. I love Clancy Brown. That also fell apart at the end, of course, but it was definitely better than the last season that they did.
Oh, by fucking leagues, obviously.
Oh, it was horrible.
But you know, my time with Dexter overall, I enjoyed. I'm pretty sure you're the one who like lent me a Dexter DVD at one point in our friendship.
Listen, I'll lend you my whole TV. You want to borrow my TV?
That's what got me into Dexter, and the wife and I watched all of them and love that show, man. And I'll watch whatever fucking new Dexter shows come out because
I'm definitely gonna watch it.
Not?
Why not? I'll watch it for sure. Like I love Dexter. It's great stuff. Like I said, it just fell off for me. It's hard to maintain. Like shows can't do like 7 or 8 seasons anymore and stay relevant. It just gets picked apart, you know?
Yeah. Well, I don't think people actually enjoy things anymore anyway. Mm-hmm. They're just so mad at TV and music that they just want to like, this sucks. This is terrible. This is woke. This is garbage. Like,
you're not my dad.
I like to just try to enjoy things. And like,
I cannot even stand the woke shit anymore. Like, I can't fucking stand it. Like, if there's a female character, it's woke. It's woke. It's like, shut the fuck up. Jesus Christ.
I don't know why it matters. A good story.
They're gay. Story. It's woke. They're trans. It's woke. Woke. You go woke. You go broke. Fuck off.
Yeah, it's like, guess what? All that shit exists in the world, and we're telling stories from our world or worlds beyond. Why wouldn't we fucking include everybody and everything?
Because this is white America.
Gotcha. Yeah, so I mean, Dexter, John Lithgow, obviously as Trinity, fucking was awesome.
AKA BTK. That's like Tola BTK.
Yeah, I think my favorite season though was the one where oh shit, was the guy the mayor or like DEA or some shit?
That's I love him too. That's season 3. A lot of people said that's when it jumped the shark. It was Jimmy. He was in Star Wars as well.
Jimmy Smits?
Yeah, Smits. Jimmy Smits. I love Jimmy Smits.
Dude, that was such an intense season. Like,
yeah, he was great.
Yeah, I think so too. And I think their relationship being like friends at first made it even more like, holy fuck. This is insane.
Yeah, he was the DA agent who just started like killing people and shit.
Yeah.
He just like went off the deep end. Yeah,
I'm like, you, Dexter. Me and you, we're alike, see?
Yeah, Jimmy Smits. I love Jimmy Smits. He's awesome in everything.
Yeah. All right, Greg, speak on it.
All right. I actually just got into the show. It was recommended by a friend. I binged all 3 seasons. I'm talking about Jeremy Allen White, The Bear.
The Bear.
The Bear is fantastic. It's just an amazing drama. It's very heavy, very sad, like very deep at times. Like, I don't know, it's just a dramatic family show. Like, it just shows how insane that family is. Jamie Lee Curtis absolutely crushes as the mother. She's like out of her mind, insane. And then of course my boy John Berthnall coming in as the brother is great too. Just the whole cast. I love the whole cast. I hate the thought of even working at a restaurant. Sorry, like it looks so stressful. Like, so I can get you not getting into it, but it's just a really good drama, really well done, top-notch acting all around.
I mean, yeah, I'm sure it's great.
It is great.
I'm sure it's great. I don't know. I don't get stressed out by cooking. Like, that's my best asset. Like, I don't know every technique and I don't know every recipe, but it doesn't stress me out at all, no matter how busy it really is. For me, I have like my brain's so scattered all the time anyway. If I got to do like 5 or 6 things at once, it's great for me. It keeps my brain from going into overdrive and like talking to myself constantly in my head. So, yeah, I mean, that's just me though.
Well, there's different levels of restaurants and different levels of like pressure and stuff, and obviously William Poulter, that guy's in it as well, and just a lot of really cool cameos. But no, yeah, I get that. Obviously, you want to cook and relieve stress, but this is just also about like family life as well too, like just hectic life, all kind of colliding. I don't know what I'm talking about. It's about a bear.
The Bear.
The Bear.
I love Jeremy Allen White anyway. I think he's dope.
Yeah. I started watching Shameless. I'm in season 1 still because there's a million things going on in my life, but I did like it.
Yeah, well, yeah, I like him in Shameless. I like him in The Bear.
That's all he's in. Actually,
he was in that Iron Claw movie.
Yeah, Iron Claw, which was great.
That movie fucked me up, man.
See his hair, man? Woo!
Yeah, dude.
Yeah, that was a very sad movie. I went to the movies and like cried by myself. Like,
oh my god, dude! That's something I'm only gonna watch once.
I cried on movies all the time. I still remember seeing Onward in California with Melanie at Disney Studios, and like I don't know. Have you seen Onward?
Yeah,
it's a very sad movie. They're like on a mission to go like rescue their dead dad's body or whatever. And like I remember I was like starting to tear up. She looked at me, she's like, "You crying at a Disney movie?" And I was like, no, no. Why would I do that?
I rub popcorn salt in my eyes.
Yeah.
$30 popcorn.
Yeah. What's your number 2, fool?
My number 2 is a new one. All right. I didn't want to go all classics. I mean, anyone could do that, but I wanted to do that. I want to get outside the box. It's like I'm in a shed right now, so I got to step outside the shed and think about it. And I had to pick my new number 1, number 2 show, Mayor of Kingstown.
Oh, fuck. I got to watch it. What is that? That's on what again?
I think it's on Paramount Plus.
Ugh, gross. I don't have Paramount Plus, even though I might have to get Paramount Plus because the Quiet Place Day 1.
Yeah, I just saw it streaming now.
Yeah, and I really want to see it, even though I've heard mixed. Actually, I heard pretty good things about that.
I've heard good things as well. PG-13 kind of concerns me.
Yeah,
but
that game looks dope too, and I'll be buying it. Yeah, I've heard mixed things about Longlegs too, but I've heard like Seamus just said he really liked Longlegs, so I've been able to see that as well too. Sometimes people just have different tastes, you know?
Well, you guys would like Mayor of Kingstown because, dude.
Dude, Jeremy Renner's the man, dude. That Wind River movie is amazing.
Yeah.
I love that movie with Olsen and what's his name? Oh, yeah, John Berthnall.
Yeah, well, I mean, he's great in this too. He's just so fucking badass in it.
Wait, John Berthnall's in that as well?
No, fucking
I'm just
Renner,
kidding.
dude.
Yeah, of course. Dude gets hit by a car and he gets back up. He can't be taken down.
Can I just say, I just finished season 3 last week before. Fucking amazing television. And to think that he didn't just get hit by a car, bro. He had a plow with tank treads on it run over his fucking body, pop his fucking eyeball out, and like he was trying to warn somebody to get out of the way, and that's why he jumped off his fucking snowplow to warn someone.
Yeah, he's like Anton Yelich who?
Being a real fucking Hawkeye.
Sorry, I like Anton Yelich.
I'll look that up and laugh later, I'm sure.
He got pinned by a car. He's the kid from Alpha Dog. His car rolled back.
Oh, dude, and come on. I know
that was a very dark. That was a very dark
awful.
joke. Yeah, you laugh now. Here at the You Can Eat That Crust podcast. Here.
Yeah. So, Mayor of Kingstown, great villains. You got the guy from Game of Thrones, finger guy.
Oh, Littlefinger is the villain?
Yeah, Littlefinger's the villain.
Oh, sick.
Yeah. Yeah, and it's very sad. I mean, a lot of fucking sad shit happens, but just high stakes drama all around, you know?
Does he have a devilish mustache in that as well?
I think he does, yeah.
Okay, yeah, he pulls that off.
He does.
You can tell when he has that, he's evil.
Yeah. All right, Greg, I want you to go now.
All right. My number 2 is probably considered the greatest show of all time. And talking about Sopranos.
Hey, great pick. Great.
Yeah, man. I don't like when people talk shit about the Sopranos. I guess they just don't like mob stuff. But Sopranos is so well acted. It didn't really fall off until the last episode.
Right?
I mean, that season where Tony's having his dream sequences and stuff is a little crazy. But like,
there's some great episodes in that season, though.
And again, for me, I don't know what it is. I think I always say this: season 2. Album 2, not movie 2, but like they just get a better budget, some more writers. But yeah, season 2, they have I think it's Richie Aprea, whatever, the short guy there who ends up like marrying Janice and shit. He's like beating the shit out of her. That guy's out of his fucking mind, and he's fantastic. Oh, everything. I love that show.
The scene on a yacht with Big Puss, dude.
Oh boy.
Dude, he just knew it was coming the whole time. He knew it was coming. Like, that shit was insane.
Yeah, that, or what's her name there? Adriana, when she gets it. That was fucking brutal as well, too.
Christopher! Oh, Christopher!
Christopher, when he killed that
Christopher!
dog. I killed my dog. I was high on heroin.
He did all kinds of fucked up shit. I mean, I love the season where him and I think Paulie get stuck in the fucking... woods. Yeah, they're fucking eating like the mustard packets and ketchup packets out of the car.
And they never, ever bring that guy up again, ever again. Like, that guy was never... I wish they would have done that. I wish they would have brought that guy up or like... But they never talk about that guy again.
Yeah, well...
I also like the scene when he's going in to get a bagel or get something and the guy like is like, this guy's next. And he's like, all right, hey, we're closed. Get the fuck out of here. And he like takes the guy out and he locks the door and he just like shoots him in the fucking leg. And he's like, give me this. I want a fucking stromboli. I want a fucking bagel. Like it's...
peak television, faux show.
And that dude who got fucking hit, that guy was like flipping out and the guy in the car, and the guy just gets out of his car, grabs like a driver from the back seat, and just smashes the dude in the head with a golf club. I'm pretty sure that was, what's his name? The guy from from Big, who dances on the keys with Tom Hanks.
It's the kid?
No, the guy, the older guy, the owner of the store.
Oh, okay.
He's like Lapagnia or whatever. Hey, I'm Lapagnia. He was in that vampire movie, Cold Blood. God damn it, I'm good. I am BD Greg. Even though I totally missed the actor. But I think it's Anthony LaPagia, something like that.
All right.
Fact check me.
No time. It's a short podcast. All right, my number one pick, Greg. And I was a late comer into this show, right? I tried to watch it several times before I finally clicked for me. And it's going to surprise a lot of people. But it's Ozark.
Oh, fuck. I actually totally forgot about Ozark.
No, not oh, fuck. Ozark.
Oh, fuck. Oh, Ozark. Oh, okay. I totally forgot about Ozark. Ozark is amazing.
Yeah, I love that, dude. I went balls deep in it once I started watching. Once I really got into it, I watched the whole thing in like a week.
Well, I was gonna say, obviously, cast, I think you can probably. We're not gonna get there. We'll let you talk about Ozark a little bit, but like the show I have number one, you could probably guess has parallels to it.
Yeah, for sure. I thought Ruth is one of the greatest characters of all time. I don't know fuck about shit.
Yeah,
I haven't been able to stop saying I don't give a fuck about shit since I started watching that show.
Yeah, she was great.
Twice a week.
Jason Bateman was fantastic. Like that was just a different role for him. We're just so used to seeing him do so much comedy, and we knew he could act, but he just like it was one of those shows that wasn't really funny at all. Like it was very dark the whole time.
Yeah, no.
Like,
I mean, just all the things that would come at Jason Bateman at once, like trying to like balance all that out, like walking a tightrope, like trying to come up with the right decision for all that. And his wife was fucking insane in that show, and like
I love her. She's awesome. She's a fantastic actress.
Dude.
Mystic River. Is that my daughter in there? Actually, that's Sean Penn.
All right, go ahead, Greg. I know you want to say your number one.
Well, no, I also want to say about Ozark is who's the kid? What was the kid's name?
Ralph.
The son.
Ralphie.
No, it wasn't Ralphie. I wanted to hate. Like I was like, oh, I know I'm gonna hate this kid, and I fucking love that kid. he was great in that movie or in that show. I was trying to think of the girl's name. Is Laura
Jonah.
Jonah, yeah, Jonah and Charlotte. But yeah, Wendy Bird, and then the also who was fantastic in season 1 were the heroin farmers.
The
Jacob.
Snells.
Yeah, dude, Jacob was amazing, man. I loved Jacob. He was in something else recently that was really good.
Yeah,
he's a fantastic actor.
Yeah.
Yeah, Ozark was great, top notch. Obviously, if you haven't seen any of these shows, I don't know what you're doing with yourself. We got the best recommendations ever out there right now. So, number one is, I would say that Sopranos is probably probably the number one, but for me, it's Breaking Bad.
Yeah.
There's definitely some silliness to it, of course. Great characters. I mean, it spawned a spinoff that was also fantastic and also almost made my list because Better Call Saul is fucking amazing. It's so good. Lalo? Hello? Jerry, hello. Lalo is one of the great. I love Lalo. He's such an awesome character. That mustache. God damn it, man. It makes me want to grow a mustache right now.
The pie fucker defense.
Yeah. But just, I mean, I love people talk shit about Jesse, even though I want to say that Aaron Paul did a great job as the seasons went on. He was a great actor. I thought he was fantastic, and his character evolved so much.
Well, we needed him because he balanced out Walter's fucking
insanity,
very dour personality as well.
I always like if people like tell me they sell bud, like I always think of that line, like, "Hey, stay the fuck out of my territory." It's too late now. It's over. It's all over for me. I'm not Breaking Bad anymore. I'm breaking.
You ain't even breaking even, motherfucker.
I am not. I'm paying people. But no, I mean, obviously, Breaking Bad is fantastic. Spoiler alert: Better Call Saul. They do a little flashback and you get the meeting. But I mean, Saul Goodman's a fantastic character. We have Bill Burr. Jesse Plemons was pretty much born out of Breaking Bad. Fat Damon, who's fantastic in that, and then also it spun off a movie, El Camino, and they were like, you know what? We're not going to make Jesse Plemons lose any weight. We're just going to show him as a kid who looks like 80 pounds lighter and like 20 years younger with this guy who looks horrible. Like he was amazing in it. Like he did such a great job in that.
Yeah. I mean, I gotta say about Saul Goodman, Bob Odenkirk, I've been following his career since like Mr. Show.
Fantastic.
And Comedy Bang Bang. Like I've been listening to it, and to see his evolution as an actor turning into who he became was just amazing. He's so good, man.
Especially as comedians, man. Like as comedians, like you barely get scraps of anything. Like listening to more stand-ups now and like in hearing their struggles in their journeys. It's crazy, man. Comedians never have like amazing stories. They're like always putting in the work and failing a lot. And yeah, it's awesome to see Bob Odenkirk like, be starring in movies and getting his due because he's super talented. He's very funny. He's a very good actor. Breaking Bad, like I wanted to watch Better Call Saul just to find out what happened to him. Like just the tease at the beginning was fantastic. But a lot of people say it's very slow at the beginning, which it is. But like if you don't, you got to make it through that. You got to make it through the first couple seasons, and it just gets so good. Even though I still like the first couple seasons, I thought they were all good.
His relationship with his brother was amazing.
Michael McKean, fantastic. Spinal Tap, Airheads.
Dude, Spinal Tap 2 coming out soon.
I don't know how I feel about that.
Well, I think it's gonna be good. I mean,
it's gonna have all the original people, right? Like Harry Shearer.
Dude.
Okay.
Yeah.
As long as like Michael McKean, Harry Shearer, and what's Christopher Guest, like.
Yeah. Them trying to reunite after all this time, but they're all. I mean, they got to be in their 70s, maybe 80s at this point.
Yeah, Spinal Tap's the shit. So
and that movie is fucking great.
Also, real quick, can I throw in 2 honorable mentions?
Yeah, of course.
These ones almost made the list. Again, like I'm sure we've left out so much, like between like Fallout and Last of Us. For me, I love those as well too. But these ones are a must-watch. HBO Max, whatever it is now, Chernobyl. Miniseries on Chernobyl was amazing. It was so good. And then to me, the best acted show since True Detective. I was told about the show through the Workaholics podcast, and that was Escape at Dannemora, which is directed by Ben Stiller. It's got Benicio del Toro and who's that guy that Sean hates really bad? Who's the Riddler? I can't think of his name. I love him. He was in the GameStop movie as well. Little Miss Sunshine.
Yeah, I know who you're talking about.
Paul Dano.
Yes.
And that came like Seamus's brother Sean hates Paul Dano. I can't wait till he hears this. He like just despises. He's like, he's so weird looking. I was like, yeah, there's weirder looking actors than Paul Dano, all right?
Yeah, dude.
He's fantastic. But anyway, Escape at Dannemora. I left out one of the best actresses, what's her name, from True Romance, Patricia Arquette, absolutely crushes it. And this is based on a true story of the prison break in 2015, Escape at Dannemora. If you haven't watched it, it's like another 6-part miniseries. It's phenomenal. It's great. Watch it.
Oh, well, I just want to shout out that actress is Edie Falco from Sopranos, as well as Nurse Jackie. I mean, she's fucking the shit, dude.
Yeah, she's great. Edie Falco's great. Yep. The only person that annoyed me in that show was the kid, the Junior. Or not Junior. Junior was the uncle, the stupid fucking, forgot his name. Little hip hop kid.
His son, yeah.
Yeah, get out of here.
All right, yeah, so that wraps everything up nicely with a bow and shit. So I want to thank you all for listening. You're all beautiful, beautiful people.
The most beautifulest people. Listen to us on Spotify, Apple Pod, basically everywhere you get your podcasts, YouTube, all that stuff. If you want to check us out on Patreon, Anchor, and donate to the show. And also if you want to help us out with a 5-star review, that would be awesome because it just gives us more.
Yeah, we could use them for sure.
Yeah, we could totally use them. And then, of course, we're on the You Run Podcast Network. Go check out all those shows. We're going to be doing a show with Pop Culture Reflections on Ill Communication and Jar of Flies, which I think came out pretty good. It's pretty dope. I can't wait to hear it. But and we're going to have Justin on in a future episode as well.
I don't have to edit it either. That's even better.
Yeah. I mean, that dude's smooth anyway. Like,
yeah, for sure.
He was trying to say he wasn't worthy to come on our show. I was like, bro, you're like the smoothest talking podcaster I know. Let's go.
Absolutely. And obviously, I want to give flowers to Seamus. He's not here. We love you, dog. In my heart, always. I mean, you're not dead. You're just not here on this episode. I'm just saying what's up from beyond. not like the brain, but like beyond.
Stuffed crust, yeah, call me stuffed crust. I need a son mystery, yeah, call me stuffed crust. Stuffed crust, yeah, call me stuffed crust. What's cheese, gonna bust, yeah, call me